engine is a turbo, and it has it's not the electronic version, so it's a very easy boat to maintain. It has 2 fuel filters, 1 oil filter, all in one area. Right behind the injection pump, that's the silver part. There's your expansion for your antifreeze. The valve there is a shutoff for the hot water heater and the bus heater. There's an air cleaner right there. And after that is the transmission oil cooler. Attached to that is the seawater hose that comes out, and you can see the other hose on the other side. And here is the exhaust elbow coming through. There's a common ground for the negative there, and then the valve covers are right on top, like you would expect them to be, and the injectors are all along here. Very easy engine to maintain. Another view of the engine. Here we see the turbocharger and the cover on the exhaust elbow. There's a starter right under here. And going forward, you can see some of the cooling hoses and electrical cables. Here we can see the insulation in the boat. It's one of the things that makes this boat so quiet. It has actually 4 layers of insulation, and inside the middle of the insulation is a PVC layer to keep high frequency out. Then there's a thicker layer here with foam on it, another one with PVC layer, and another PVC layer here. It's very well done. Very quiet boat. This is an eye-level view of what it looks like to be standing behind the wheel. Just the port of the engine hatch are a series of small hatches that allow you to open it up and see what else you have. Here you have the manifolds for your hot water and your bus heater, and there is a more advanced accumulator tank and pressure pump for your pressure water. On the other side, it's another small hatch just for access. On the starboard side, we have 2 more small hatches. That's a washdown pump right there. No, I'm sorry, that's a macerator. That's a macerator pump with a Y valve right there. And again, there's another small access hatch on the side. There's a storage cubby right there. And again, our control for our inverter, our GFI circuit breaker, and the vent for the bus heater. And again, inside, underneath the locker. Aft of the engine is a larger hatch, access port. And that allows us to a dual Raycor 500 system, very easy to get the filters out there. You can also see that there is an evolution drive and water intake, water strainer, and the engine batteries itself. Mollie Ann has a custom teak bench for the rear. It's natural colored teak now with pads that go on it. It easily removes from the boat. It just picks up and you can bring it inside and finish it off if you wanted to, or just leave it the way it is. There is a pretty big cockpit. There's plenty of room for bicycles, small kayaks, a dinghy, dogs. You'll see that the cockpit is rather large and easy to keep clean. Boat has decent decks going forward. And has a little bit of a deck on the aft section too. Going forward on the deck, there are handhelds here and here, all the way across. A little bit of a bulwark down here for your feet to go up against. Another handrail up here. And this is where we would attach a bow pulpit. Move the anchor hawse pipe to the side, bring it back to almost to the Barney post, have it stick out the front with a roller. Something we do all the time. It wouldn't be as elaborate as the one over there. It could be as simple as the one that we see right here, or way over on the next boat with the for sale sign. Something very simple like that. Marine radar, 2 horns, an antenna, lots of lights, a remote control light, and also floodlights. This lights that looks like a Coast Guard boat when it's moving down the bay. There's your retractable antennas. We have another antenna aft that's retracted. These are panographic windshield wipers that go side to side and make a very large U shape as opposed to a C shape. Locker is rather deep, lots of storage room. There's a Danforth anchor in here, second anchor with a line. There's your documentation number and 2 4D batteries that are in addition to the engine batteries. Those are the house batteries. After this locker is a rudder post access locker underneath the bench. The boat has a full keel, protected propeller, protected rudder. You can see the Evolution drive section there, a zinc, pretty decent stainless steel shaft, and a very hefty skeg. The boat has a full-length rail along the waterline. One of the reasons why the boat is probably fast, it's a built-in rail that goes right below the waterline that allows the boat to have a little bit more stability than others, but it also allows a planing surface on a round bottom boat. Going forward, there's another spray rail that meets it and then goes up higher to keep water off the windshield. And you can see how the two meet right here. Vivid bottom paint, nice gel-coated hull, metal rub rails, opening ports, and that's an opening window there. Mollie Ann currently is in the cold storage building, protected from the elements, and the boat has always been undercover.